Hey everyone, welcome back to my abridged playthrough of Mass Effect Andromeda.
Sam's been compiling our star charts. The other pilots on the Nexus will have plenty of new trails to follow.
You can drop the charts off the next time we're there.
Funny, a few months ago, that station was like a war zone. Flying was my only way to escape the chaos. Now it's become a haven, just as it was meant to be.
Everyone's really working to get the Nexus on its feet.
Regardless, the worst threat to the whole initiative is still that monstrosity.
You mean the Scourge?
I still see it crippling the Nexus in my memories. I had to train other pilots in hazardous flight techniques just to look for food and water. It's a cage that eats good ships and good people. Helios won't be home so long as it's a threat.
It's a huge space anomaly. It's not going away in anyone's lifetime.
If we could somehow neutralize it, or if our ships had defenses against it. Still, that's what we do, isn't it? Find a way where there is none. Just see the Nexus for proof of that. Gil, O'Connell and Serena spent months getting our systems coordinated. You can't just strip and redesign those connections on the fly. Gil? I know you can hear me.
The whole ship can hear you. I'm just not listening.
You're fighting again?
I'm thinking the same, believe me.
This is home. Our ancestors came from this system. From Havarl. It looks so small from here. Sending the nav point for Darpalev. That's where the Mosha's team should be. It used to be an Angaran town. There'll be landing pads and good sightlines for a safe approach.
Anomaly on the sensors. Something big, possibly hostile, taking evasive action.
Wait, I don't think it's...
Well, that's something you don't see back home.
Bringing us in.
Ryder, I will meet you at Darpalev.
I thought Aya was beautiful. This blows it away.
If there's a vault here and it's working, I wonder why it didn't show up on the map in Eos.
I don't know about this, Jarl. It's risky letting a stranger wander about Havarl. You know the dangers.
I offered to accompany him, but he doesn't want my help.
This is them, the ones from the other galaxy.
Yes. Ryder, Kiran Dowles, lead scientist at Darpalev.
I am honored to meet you, as a representative of the Andromeda Initiative.
Are all their people this formal?
I don't think so. Where's the rest of the team? Ryder has experience with Remnant. We might be able to help their investigations.
You haven't heard? While the team was exploring the monolith, something went terribly wrong. They were caught in some kind of remnant stasis field, frozen in place, unresponsive.
Are they still alive?
Vitals remain steady and neural patterns resemble those exhibited in deep sleep. We subjected them to various stimuli. Injections of Kachari, nothing worked.
Let Ryder try. He's worked the remnant tech inside a vault. Or so he says.
Ocean of fish, one will have gems in its mouth. But if you think the alien can help, I'll set skepticism aside. The monolith is not far from here. See what you can do, but be careful. We don't know what triggered the stasis, and it may happen again.
Notes, Assistant Torvar. Translated from Shalesh. An incredible find out here in the field last week. A shuttle from before the Scourge surfaced down in the ravine. From afar, it looks like the crash site is remarkably preserved, especially to have withstood Havarl's elements. I know Kieran tasked me with studying the monolith, but maybe I could make my way down there and check it out. Just a peek, to see if there's anything for Avela.
I heard the advisory that you'd be out here. It didn't prepare me to meet you.
The name's Ryder. I'm with the Andromeda Initiative.
They say you want to help us. I wonder what you're prepared to do.
I'm ready to prove my people are good allies.
A strong statement that doesn't answer my question. My name is Rochelle Veer. I'm an archaeoastronomer. I study our ancient cultural records for stellar phenomena. I piece together lost knowledge of ages past. My goal is to find undiscovered colonies we lost contact with, potential allies against the Ket.
You think there might be Angara worlds you don't know about?
That's what I was trying to learn. Then this happened. I was away when the disaster struck. I thought my home was destroyed, and all my research with it, but I just learned part of the building survived. I'm trying to recover my research data, but the wildlife won't let me near my old home.
These house guests, I assume they're of the hungry variety?
The structure has become a breeding ground for insects and predators, too many to face alone.
Your work is too important to lose. Let's get it back.
I'll provide my home's location. Just recover my research materials from the computer. I'll remain in contact with you by comm. Thank you for this.
Re-update. Translated from Shalesh. Hovoa, Kieran. Good to hear the Ket haven't reached your research post. We're not so lucky here. They're practically swarming the old temples, trying to dismantle the remnant tech. We're trying to fight them off, but even with the resistance reinforcements, there are just too many of them. Commander called the retreat. I know you had your eye on those temples, but there's nothing we can do. We're closing the area down. No one goes in and nothing comes out. Be careful, Kieran. It's a tough world out there. Garrett. Re-crash site. Translated from Shalesh. Luge, thank you so much for bringing this to my attention. A crash site that well preserved, I'd give anything to see it. I'll see if I can send someone capable to check it out. It'll probably be well protected. And please, make sure Torvar doesn't hear about it. I know he'll want to take a look himself, and he's not equipped to deal with the danger involved. I'd never forgive myself if he got injured trying to help. Stay safe over there. Wishing you sunny skies. Avela. A difficult request. Translated from Shalesh. Kieran, I'm sure you heard about the attack at Site 7. The loss of Dr. Vereshov was a blow to the entire science community. And now many of Site 7's researchers are displaced and in need of a new post. Most will head to Aya for recovery, but some want to continue working here on Havarl. I recommended your camp as a suitable transition point. I know resources are thin, but your site is the only one the Ket have ignored. I don't want to put these people in danger so soon after they witness the death of their superior, and I'm sure you could use the help on your monolith project. Think it over and give me your response tomorrow. Stay safe. Mendal. Be safe. Translated from Shalesh. Kieran, you're safe, right? I heard the Ket attacked the old city again. I know you're on the other side of the planet, but that's still too close. Between the wildlife and the remnant, Havarl is a dangerous place. Molly and Nestar worry about you. I worry about you. Your work is important, I understand that. But promise your old mother that if the Resistance tells you to evacuate, you'll listen. None of this knowledge is worth the risk nonsense. I mended too many of your broken bones when you were young. It's time you give me a break. This is your mother, who misses you. Report from Aya. Translated from Shalesh. Rochelle, I've attached the data gathered from our efforts on Aya to map the Scourge. We found a few irregularities during our research, dust mostly, but you may want to look into it. If the material isn't a match for any worlds in Helios, it would support your theory on colony worlds. This is all speculation, of course. You'd need to send someone out there to collect samples, but I figured it's worth a shot. If we're going to solve the mystery of our past, we need to work together. Stars guide you, Mariko.
What? Is everything all right? You seem distressed.
Would you like a reward for that astute observation? You're that alien visitor that came to Aya asking about our vault.
You've heard of me.
Who hasn't? When strange new species turn up, reports spread fast. After the Ket, you can't be too careful. Luge Anson, historian with the Repository of History, Aya. Listen, if there's nothing you need, could you go away? I'm busy trying to get transport off this cursed planet.
Why did you come here from Aya?
Kieran's team found some remnant relics while digging around the old ruins. I was sent to collect them for the repository. It shouldn't have taken more than a day. But things never go according to schedule, do they?
You mentioned remnant ruins. Are there lots of remnant here?
Yes. If you've been out in the jungle, you might have seen some of it. We think the ruins were part of a vast remnant complex. We've seen evidence of hallways that wound through the area, both above and below the ground. Generations ago, our people took shelter in what we found here. That's how Palef was established.
Were there no hostile remnant machines?
None, according to the histories. We found artifacts, of course. Bits of things that we could study. But they say it was like moving into an empty home.
You don't seem to like Havarl very much.
Havarl's other regions suit me just fine. But here... oh no. I don't do well in this fierce wilderness. You think these shelters keep you safe? They don't. Woke up this morning and found a thorny vine wormed its way into my bunk. I'm stranded here because a branch pierced my shuttle's power core.
I won't bother you further.
Very well. Watch out for plants while you're out there. Vicious things.
Automated protocols activated. Deploying forward station.
Don't stay here, visitor. It's not safe, and I can't be responsible for you. You should have warned me you were coming.
What are you doing here?
Making sure the fires don't get worse. I'm a surveyor and engineer from the station. I need to divert fuel from the pipes buried here. That'll cut off the flames eventually.
What caused these fires? Is there an emergency?
This Dar used to be a much larger settlement. Wildlife overtook it. Destroyed above and below. Plant roots ruptured an underground fuel pipeline. A stray spark lit these fires.
I'll get going. Be careful.
You too, Ishari. That went well.
Be on the lookout for Rokar and Garen fanatics. They hate all aliens and will likely shoot on sight.
Charming.
Don't consume anything you see, not in this area.
Thanks for the tip. So much violence.
Message to Avela, translated from Shalesh. I know you told me not to go near the ancient crash site that surfaced, but I had to give it a shot. You were right, too difficult to get there. Remnant chased us off before we got halfway down the ravine. Hopefully you can get there yourself. You were always good at dodging those machines. Though I don't know how safe it'll be with those outsiders roaming around, the spiky ones. Have you seen them? I don't know how to feel about it. I got off track. The point is, you were right. We're still studying the monolith, but I'll let you know if we find anything you can mention in the repository. Torvar.
Hostiles ahead!
Just try to stop me.
Okay, I've never described a mushroom as pretty, but those are.
Let's be careful around the native flora, okay, everyone?
This planet's weird.
Found them. The researchers caught in the stasis field. Exactly where Kieran said they would be.
You'll need to scan for the missing glyphs, Pathfinder.
Wonder if I'd get anything on the scanner.
You should now be able to interface, Pathfinder.
Reading off the monitors and... Scat! Scatting stars! What? Who are you? How did...
Pathfinder Rider, with the Andromeda Initiative. I'm... from another galaxy. Take a moment. Find your bearings.
More aliens appearing out of nowhere. What's going on?
The remnant tech around here had you frozen in some kind of stasis.
I don't know who you are. Just stay back.
I don't think he remembers being frozen.
Pack your equipment. We're leaving. Alert Palev that there's an alien presence by the monolith.
That went well.
What's your status, Ryder? Did you figure out what happened to the research team?
We deactivated the stasis field. They're safe and making their way back.
That's good news. You should come too. Kieran looks like she wants to talk to you. What are Turians doing out here?
Those are Natanus uniforms, Pathfinder.
The Turian Ark?
Reinforcements.
Remember your training. Get ready to fight! Shot to the gut. Painful.
I appreciate the help back there. Name's Avidus Rix. Sorry if my methods seem extreme. Civilian life is... trying.
Scott Ryder, human pathfinder. You former military?
A Spectre. Special tactics and reconnaissance. Did the Council's dirty work for 15 years.
So you're used to being above the law.
Well, good thing there are no laws in Andromeda, huh? The initiative was my retirement plan. Then Natanus hit the Scourge and bam! Woke up here.
What happened? Where's the Ark?
No idea. Had to break out of my own damn stasis pod.
A fall like that should have killed you.
Those pods are sturdier than they look. But most of the Turian population is still missing. Including Mason, our Pathfinder. Sam hasn't transferred to me, so he's alive. Just don't know where.
The Sam node could have been destroyed when Natanus hit the Scourge.
I'd know if he was dead. Mason dedicated his life to Andromeda. He's too stubborn to die now.
We need every Pathfinder we can get.
The debris and stasis pods from Natanus are scattered across the sector. Between the two of us, we should find something.
The settlers here need your help.
I'm a stopgap. Mason is the solution. Here's my frequency. Call when you find something.
Sam, another memory prompt?
One of your father's memories is now accessible. Return to Sam Node on the Hyperion to investigate further.
Pathfinder?
Are you and Mason close?
We know each other well, yes?
Did I say something wrong?
No, sorry. I'm just not used to discussing my personal life.
You must have some great stories from your Spectre days.
Not that I can tell. That's kind of the point of classified ops.
Surely you can bend the rules after 600 years.
Bending the rules? Yeah, that's what I thought being a Spectre was all about. Saren Arterius himself recommended me to the Council. Whatever their command, I carried it out, without question.
Sometimes questions should be asked.
You sound like Mason. He said I deserved a life outside of the shadows. Well, that's why I quit. Came here.
How are the other survivors holding up?
They're in shock. Too busy surviving to grieve or take stock in what's happened. But when things eventually do calm down, it'll hit them. And it won't be pretty.
Do the Rokar attack often?
Only when they find us. Bad as they are, damn plants are the bigger danger. I keep telling the others not to eat anything raw, but when you're starving, logic's the first thing to go.
Take care, Avidus.
Likewise, Ryder. You got luck.
Personal log, Pavafina Perari. Login, Pavafina Perari. New entry. There's something wrong with this planet. Plants sprout up behind you. The trees whisper. I swear something other than those aliens is watching us. Thank spirits for the Spectre. If we survive, it's because of Avidus. End log.
I can't believe this is really happening. Thought we'd be stuck here forever, or until the aliens killed us. We built this camp from what remained of our stasis pod. If we leave, we can't abandon our wreckage. There's debris we couldn't get to out there. We have to take it with us.
Anything from the crash belongs to the Initiative. It'll go back to the Nexus with you.
Good. No telling what's still intact. Don't want hostile aliens using it against us. If you find anything from Ark Natanus, tag it for recovery. Oh, and thank you.
Don't trust any of this remnant stuff. Don't trust their giant ditch.
Stay alert. We don't know what's down there.
What do you think this was for? Some kind of aqueduct?
Pathfinder, this appears to be Angaran, and very old.
You don't feel any different?
I don't think so. Why? Do you?
My mind feels clouded, but I don't know if I'm just tired.
You weren't lying. Kira had told us everything. She even had pictures.
I apologize for the indifferent welcome you received from me earlier.
Don't worry about it. You had no reason to trust me. The last aliens you met were Ket.
Ryder, what you have done here, your remnant understanding and your Sam should convince Ephra you're an asset. We should speak to him as soon as we can. Perhaps on the Tempest?
Kieran, I've been thinking. If Ryder can use remnants, couldn't we fix the monoliths? Stop Havarl's decline?
Havarl's decline?
This will take time to explain. We can discuss it further when you have time.
Kieran wants to talk more about Havarl's decline. We should discuss it when you have time.
You were saying something about the planet being in decline?
It doesn't look like it, but Havarl is sick. It started here, uncontrolled mutations in organic life, killing some, turning others into poison. We're starting to see the same elsewhere. The planet's ecosystem is crumbling, slowly but surely.
It's the monoliths. There are only 2 of them when there should be 3.
There's so much life here. Your vault must be working.
In some fashion, most likely. But the monoliths are responsible for propagating the vault's instructions across the planet. With only 2 out of 3 monoliths working, the instructions are imbalanced. So life is imbalanced. We've never tried asking the sages. There could be something in their oral history.
Stars. Those superstitious hermits don't care about modern Angara. You know that.
You saw the projections for the planet's survival. What do we have to lose?
Sages? Oral histories?
On Mithratha, that old remnant edifice over there. They trace their families back to a time just after the Scourge. They believe isolation will maintain the purity of the histories by preventing contamination by modern thought. Basic sense. They probably don't even understand or care that Havarl's dying.
If asking your sages doesn't work, we'll be back here. So what's the harm in it?
The trek up Mithratha's teeming with Remnant. Most of us don't attempt it, but maybe you could do it. Follow the Remnant River, and keep your head. I'd hate to hear something terrible happened in pursuit of some ancient legend.
Are you sure you don't want me to come with you? I don't think it's wise for you to be in Angaran territory without an Angaran escort. I know Havarl. That, and you're already in danger of being shot on sight by Rokar.
He's right. We don't know this place. He does.
I'll give it more thought and let you know if I change my mind.
Thank you.
Tell me more about Havarl.
Our histories point to Havarl being the homeworld of the Angara. We built a civilization here, and then spread throughout the cluster. Then the Scourge came and destroyed it all. It took time, but we recovered.
You said something about Angaran fanatics here?
Yes. Havarl is home to the Rokar. They are hardliners. The Ket invasion has made them hostile to all aliens. Be prepared to defend yourself.
Did you know about Havarl's decline?
Most Angara say that ruin is a long way off. There are Dara on the other side of the planet, where it's still safe to live. But maybe not for much longer.
I have to go. We'll speak again later.
Of course. I'll be here.
Leaving Havarl. Bridge is yours, Pathfinder.
Jal says Ephra is waiting for your call, Pathfinder.
You have new email at your terminal, Pathfinder.
You know, Costa, poker is its own kind of thrill. Still not playing with you.
I'll play.
Really? Gambling doesn't seem like your style.
Why? Because I have more degrees than you have fingers.
Oh, shots fired. All right, Doc. You're on.
Pathfinder, you have pending vid calls.
Commander?
Pathfinder, Joel's been keeping me updated on your adventures, your good deeds on our behalf.
I meant them. I want you to know you can trust me.
You went out of your way to free that science team. A selfless act. But your true agenda is clear. To explore Aya's vault. Joel says you want to help find the Moshae. Why should I let you?
I'd like this to be the beginning of a strong relationship.
Keep your promises, and little by little our bond might grow. We've managed to trace the Moshae to a special Kent facility on Vold.
Why special?
These facilities are protected by a dynamic shield tech we haven't been able to crack. We're close, but its ability to adapt outstrips the speed of our current processors.
Pathfinder, adding my processor to their program would no doubt make the difference.
Ephra, I can help. Respectfully, this time you need my help.
Respectfully, the Angara don't need anything from you. We take care of our own.
What I meant was, let our scientists help with your program. Let my team join your effort. Let's up the chance for success. I'm offering. You should accept.
Very well. I'm not stupid, and I love the Moshai. You're welcome on the mission.
Thank you.
The team will meet you at our base on Vold. They'll take you to the Kent facility. Stay strong and clear. Goodbye.
Giles said he wanted to see you.
Should have seen it. Perfect drift. You know we've got a finite set of tires, right?
Also limbs and lives.
Well, what's the point of having them then? Just waiting on that armor requisition / project. No pressure.
The Angara were super curious about the ship. A few were pretty bold. Asked me questions.
What do you make of them?
They know their shit. Quick-minded, sharp. They'll make good allies.
So, you've gained Ephra's trust. No easy feat.
Yeah, but at a price.
You mean the Rokar? Don't take it personally. They hate all aliens.
Ephra made it seem like you had experience with them.
I know their leader, Aksul. We studied together under the Moshai. But unlike me, he was a good student. The best, actually.
Then he knows about Remnant?
He did. It's a long story.
Give me the short version.
Aksul was captured by the Ket. He spent a year in a forced labor camp before he managed to escape.
That's why he hates aliens.
Yes. He suffered greatly. When Aksul returned, he no longer cared about the Remnant, or anything, except destroying the Ket.
Why not join the Resistance?
Aksul's not the type to follow orders. And I think he was bitter we weren't able to rescue him.
So he formed the Rokar.
We didn't give them much thought. But since your people arrived, his cause has grown.
More of a reason to set things straight before they get out of hand.
I don't think Aksul will listen to you. He'll make you want to kill him.
I have to try.
If Helios is to be your home, I guess you'll have to deal with the Rokar one way or another. There's a recluse on Havarl who escaped with Aksul from the Ket. Her name is Thordir. She might know how to contact him. I'll send you the nav point.
Did you hear the news from Eos? Asari refugees showed up at the outpost. Only a few, but that's better than none. Bradley says there's an officer in charge, Hidaria. She could know where the Ark is.
We'll head to Eos and see what she knows.
Good. Rumor says Sarissa Theris was on the Asari Ark. Exactly who we need.
Who's she?
Probably the best commando strategist alive. Her biotic shields saved hundreds at the Battle of Kirkus. Apparently, Sarissa's acting as bodyguard to the Asari Pathfinder. She's probably got a plan out of this mess already.
Well, someone's a fan.
No, I just like... Look, we need someone with her experience, that's all.
Is military strategy really what we need out here?
Someone has to protect the Nexus. Can't afford to turn away allies. When you're ready to look, we can catch Hidaria at Prodromos. Wouldn't mind tagging along.
You know, there was a time when Sid was afraid of space. We were traveling a lot, and one day she just woke up and realized there was nothing outside the shuttle walls. Happened more than once. She'd panic. I'd hold her, for as long as it took. She doesn't even remember now. It was only for a month or two.
Funny, huh? The things they don't remember.
And you feel like it's up to you to hold on to it, or else it's just gone.
And there's just something there that you know you're missing.
Drac?
Just hold on to it. That is a nice little piece of paradise the Angara have. Wouldn't mind seeing it again.
We will. We need access to their vault, so rescuing the Moshai is a priority right now.
I can work with that. Bet that Moshai of theirs has some interesting stories to tell.
We can talk more later.
Sure.
To Ryder, from Gil. Poker awaits. Ryder, the bell tolls for thee. Meet me in the vortex on Nexus. I'll be the one shuffling the deck of doom. Cheers, Gil. To Ryder, from Liam. Making contacts. Heads up, first thing I did after Aya, figure out who to really talk to. Because we all know the ones in charge, they're not on the ground. Jal had some pointers, and I got some names from smaller Angaran colonies. It'll be a while before they trust us, but it's all about exposure. Saw it all the time in crisis response, especially post-combat zones. Low Console Varand, if you see any messages from her, it's just me reaching out. Costa. Liam has included a list of media themed to First Contact. Genres include hard science fiction and an Asari vid about first contact with humanity, titled How They Must See Us. To Ryder, from Lexi. Balanced diet. As part of overseeing the crew's physical and mental welfare, I thought I'd send along the following tips for a balanced diet. Given the large amount of exercise you partake in each day, it's important that your body receives the nutrients it needs. Carbohydrates, 5 to 11 servings a day. Fruits and vegetables, 4 to 5 servings a day. Proteins, 3 servings a day. Fats, 1 serving or less a day. Lexi. To Ryder, from Jal. Communication from Jal. Pathfinder Ryder of the Human Initiative. I've heard privately from Ephra, the leader of our resistance. He's very impressed that we were able to help our scientists on Havarl, and I've made sure that he knows that you played a key role. Maybe he's already said these things to you, but if I know Ephra, he probably hasn't. As for me, I've learned a lot about trust. Being on this team, letting myself be open to trusting you and the others. I've learned that trust is more of a feeling than a science, and it seems like it is a universal truth. Universal, get it? I'll try to be even more trustful in the future. This assignment might change my life. Good night, Jal. To Ryder, from Cora. Writings of Sarissa Theris. I know you're busy, but Sarissa's manuals and writings really are worth reading if you get some downtime, especially A Rock in the Maelstrom, her classic work on crisis strategy and emergency response. The First 3 Centuries, The New Huntress's Path. You can borrow the copy that Nasira gave me. 12 Leaves, a mix of meditations and tactical insights. This was co-written with someone called R. Tenera. Speeches and Silences. This is about her experience in the Battle of Kirkus and all the politicking that led up to it. Also has the original battlefield vids of Sarissa shielding a city district with her biotics. Impressive. Essays from the Void. Contains her induction address to new commandos and a historical analysis of the first Asari Spectres. Hope you enjoy them. Cora. After Action Report. Fire Drill. Notes from the last fire drill. Liam's new evacuation plan cut 22 seconds off our best time. Drac, we need a solution for you vis-a-vis ladders. PB, you're dead because you were 2 minutes late to the evac point. Cora. Comments. PB, I live in an escape pod. Angaran word of the day. Tavam. Tavam, noun, a pleasant intoxicant stirred into hot water or fruit juice. Say, Tavam. Jal. Comments. Vetra. What's it made from? Is it sweet or more like beer? Drac. What happens if you mix it with booze? Does it get better or do they cancel each other out? PB. We need to do some scientific tests, maybe with little umbrellas. Drive core noise. No need to panic about the drive core noise this morning. Just a stress test. There's nothing wrong with an 0500 wake-up call. Gil. Comments. Liam. Profanity deleted by Infoboard VI. You're welcome. Liam. Adjectived verbing noun skill. Cora. Liam, if the VI learns to censor all language, I'm making you reprogram it. Jal. Educational, in a way.
Let's how it's
Yep. Though Asari biotics are a few 100,000 years ahead. Humans are catching up. Humans back home, maybe. You skipped class for 600 years.
Liam, I signed off on that project.
That's great, Pathfinder. Jal and Maldarov, we got our gear.
Costa? Ryder?
We don't technically have uniforms, but this is a little casual.
Just convenience, swapping armor. You ready to go?
Go.
Right. The pattern on your pauldron?
Family honorific.
Can I wear the poncho?
It's a Rofshin. And no.
Why? Is it religious?
Wait. What?
It's personal. You're not allowed.
Because of status or species?
Maybe it's both.
Do all humans look alike?
Some of you sound alike.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I thought this was about armor. Are you deliberately trying to offend Jal?
Of course he is.
That's the point. Asking stuff diplomats leave out. Armor for answers.
My turn was earlier. Nexus info packets leave a lot out. I am sorry. Was this not sanctioned?
You weaseling Adi.
Nevertheless. Ryder?
Jal's technically an emissary. There's no way this kind of questioning would fly with his superiors.
He won't tattle if that's what you're worried about. This was between us. We were joking around and realized we didn't know how to insult each other. Or how not to. Some things are so ingrained they're invisible. We didn't even know the warning sign, so we got it over with. Now we won't do it accidentally. Like when we're trying to negotiate an outpost. Enough of his people want to shoot us now.
Okay, I kind of get the intent. No harm, no foul?
If Jal was offended, I'd be on the floor. I'll take that kind of honest any day. We have a lot to learn. That's part of what our team is for. Better now than when people's lives are on the line. Pathfinder. Sorry, distracted. Feels like things should be on hold until the Moshai business is squared away. It's the neighborly thing to do. And we need good neighbors.
Aya is a wonder, Ryder, and the Angara are so interesting. I hope we make it back. I want to delve and explore and who knows what else.
We'll be back. We need the Moshai if we're to get into their vault.
Oh, I'm definitely sticking around long enough for that.
Aya has so much biodiversity and the waterfalls.
Just like Sirkesh.
The discovery of Aya was just what we needed, Ryder. The Angaran scientists have been so generous in sharing their wisdom. It's been amazing.
Angaran expertise will be a tremendous help to the initiative.
We were certainly hurting for it. I'm thankful the Angara were willing to risk working with us.
I'm afraid not all of them are quite so friendly.
Some give trust easily. From others, you have to earn it. I'm confident we'll get there.
I should get back to things.
Sounds good.